Sorry, my voice is a bit hoarse right now. I lost my voice recently, so yeah, I'm going to do mostly a voiceover for this tutorial just because I need to conserve my voice. But today I'm going to show you my take on the traditional Javanese bride makeup and also show you how to transform it from this look to this psycho clown look. Yeah, I look really scary. So this clown thing is part of a collab I'm doing with a bunch of really talented ladies. I'm gonna link all their videos below. Please be sure to check them out because they have really awesome tutorials for their looks too. Anyway, let's get on to the tutorial.
Okay, I'm skipping the coverage part and going straight to contouring. I'm using the lightest shade in Makeover's Contour and Highlight palette, and I'm using it on the sides of my face and under my cheekbones. Blend this color well. I'm really loving this weird shaped Masami Shoko brush. It's making contouring really easy. Next, I'm deepening this contour with the second lightest shade. Keep this more concentrated at the outer edges of your face and where you want the hollows of your cheeks to be. Now, I'm taking the second darkest shade and I'm using a smaller face brush to get the placement really accurate. This part is really tricky. I have no cheekbones and I want high cheekbones fit for a Javanese princess, so I need this deep color to further create the illusion of cheekbones. But I don't want to look like I've been drawing all over my face. So I have to just keep applying a tiny bit, blending it out, applying again, blending it again, and repeat over and over again until it looks really smooth. Next, I'm using a bright Mitsu blush and applying it all over the apples of my cheeks, going up to my temples and to the sides of my forehead. Yes, I tried to use as many local Indonesian makeup as possible for this look. Now, this blush may look scary right now, but Indonesian bridal makeup is very colorful and striking. And don't worry, we are going to soften it later. Grab this matte yellow highlighting shade from the Makeover Contour and Highlighting palette and blend it into the highest parts of the blush, softening it. Now, I'm using Darling Girl's Tiny Unicorns, a soft golden highlighter, and applying it on the apples of my cheeks and also on my forehead above the highest parts of my brows. Putting the highlighter on that 2 spots above your forehead actually helps make your highlighter look way more natural. We're drawing the brows now. I'm using Absolute New York's brow marker for that stark, dark brows popular in Javanese bridal makeup, and a lot of Indonesian bridal makeup actually. So first, I'm tracing the top part of my brows and just extending it far upwards instead of curving it down to follow my natural brow shape. Next, I'm filling up my brows as per normal. And then carefully connecting the top brow with my actual brows with hair-like strokes. To make it look even more real, I'm taking Cleo's eyeliner and drawing little hairs here and there, then softening them with a spoolie. Now, I'm applying my eye primer and then setting it with the matte yellow shade from the Makeover Contour and Highlight palette. Yes, this palette is really versatile and awesome, so you don't need to buy a separate eye palette for this look. Grab a smudgy black pencil liner, I'm using Makeover's, and line your eyes. With an angled brush, smudge this liner outwards so it becomes a wing that extends horizontally outwards instead of curving up when you open your eyes. Grab the darkest shade from the Makeover Contour and Highlight palette, and with a flat eyeshadow brush, smudge this over the black eyeliner. Grab the lightest contouring shade in Makeover's Contour and Highlight palette, and with the fluffiest blending brush you own, blend this above the eyeshadow block and in a smooth slope, connect it to your nose and contour the nose bridge with it. I'm using a goat hair brush here since it picks up less pigment than a synthetic brush, so I can get that subtle smoke of color I need. Grab the second lightest contouring shade in this palette and blend it in between the two eyeshadow colors. You want to build your eyeshadow into smooth gradient, going from darkest on your lash line to lightest as it goes up. I'm basically switching between all four brown shades in this palette to get the smoothest transition ever. Be patient with this and just keep blending. Apply the second lightest contouring shade from this palette on your lower lash line with a pencil brush. Apply your lashes. I'm dipping my pinky in My Pretty Zombie's Bear and dabbing it into my inner corners. I find that I get a more concentrated burst of color when I use my fingers for this. Now, the typical Javanese bridal makeup usually goes with bright red lips, but I've often seen it go very, very wrong since it just competes for attention and ends up clashing in this dramatic look. Personally for me, I think a darker berry shade still gives this look the drama it needs while still looking cohesive enough with the rest of the look. The shade I'm using is also from a local Indonesian brand, Noryuki's Lip Cream in Sporty. Don't worry, we're still going to make this pop just a bit more subtly. So I'm dipping my finger again in My Pretty Zombie's Bear and dabbing it at the center of my bottom lip. Make sure you blend out the edges so it makes a pretty subtle ombre. I'm also dabbing that color on my Cupid's bow to give it a subtle highlight. Now we're going to map out the hair. I personally prefer using a white eye pencil for this since white is easier to blend out if you've made a mistake. But you can go with any eye pencil shade you like. Personally, I wish I went with brown instead since I think in theory I can create a realistic looking shadow when I blend it out. But that's only in theory, so I'll try that out next time. Finally, just fill in what you've mapped out with black, and you can go with a gel liner or a liquid liner, but I personally went with Mehron's Paradise AQ Black just because I need a lot of black and eyeliner is expensive. Make sure you also get the color into your scalp just so the transition into your hair is seamless. You don't want your hairline showing. Now, I've seen people draw intricate gold patterns all over the hair and I think that's really gorgeous, but personally for me, I prefer just drawing the gold patterns in the inner corners of the hair just so it looks like hairpins holding everything up. You actually don't need to draw intricate patterns for this. It looks better if you just squiggle rough lines and dots into a rough cross pattern. It'll look more like how traditional Indonesian jewelry with intricate carvings on them look like when they catch the light. And that's it! Posing time! This look usually comes with a massive gorgeous gold headdress, which I don't have, so I'm just gonna do this with my hair slicked back. And since I spent a lot of time with this, I'm just going to keep posing, assuming you wanna look at my face. I know, I'm pretty sure you're sick of it, but I'm just gonna be narcissistic for this. Yeah. Now, let's wreck this wedding party. First, I'm using my beauty blender to smudge the hair lock on the side and transform it into the base of my blocky cheekbone. I want this to look like a creepy wooden puppet's cheek or a bad Botox job. So I'm blending the darker shade in Makeover's Contour and Highlight palette into the black with a relatively stiff face brush. Next, I'm blending the second darker shade of this palette over the first shade with my larger face contour brush to soften it. Next, I'm grabbing a dark blush, I'm using Fire and Ace Mesmerize, and blending it into the contour. Okay, the reason I want really dark cheeks is because Fenty's trophy wife. I can finally wear it! Grab a white face paint, I'm using Snazaroo's, and dab it with a beauty blender into an upside down triangular shape under your eyes. Now, I'm using a brush and streaking the face paint horizontally to create a sharp diamond over my eyes. And I'm using a liner to extend my brows and eyeliner. I decided I wanted black diamond halves at the bottom instead of white, but turns out the white face paint just sucks my eyeliner dry. So I set it with a white eyeshadow and grabbing a black pencil liner and drawing out the triangle, smudging it with a brush. And now I'm drawing streaks with my liquid liner. My under eye isn't dark enough, so I'm smudging a black eyeshadow underneath as well. This is the part where I extend the hair into long tendrils and draw large angry hair strokes on my brows to meet them. I lost a white triangle on top, so I'm redrawing it with a white eyeliner. Now, I'm grabbing Absolute New York's Intense Lip Polish in French Plum, and I'm dabbing it all over and outside my lips for this smudged lips effect. And then reapplying it all over my lips. I realized my eyes weren't intense enough once the lips went on, so I'm grabbing my black eyeshadow and blending it into the outer third of my eyes and smudging it into my eye socket area.
And that's it. Thank you so much everyone for watching the entire thing. And please remember to like, share, or subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and turn on notifications so you know when my next few videos are out. My videos are always out on Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 p.m. Jakarta time, which is GMT +7. I'll see you next time. Bye!